What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Today I want to discuss no jumper. I have to start this video with this. I don't care for Adam 16. I don't care for the no jumper platform. Anything that they do over there. I don't care for it. And so for me, it was an internal struggle, let's say. Not even trying to be dramatic. Do I make a video about these guys? And this morning, I received a message. Somebody sent me a video link, and I listened to it. It was early this morning. I woke up, I saw the message, I put it on. Honestly, it put me to sleep. And that's no disrespect to that content creator. It's the content itself. The content matter. And the content matter was one of the main characters on No Jumper. So Adam puts a video out, right? And in the video, No Jumper's going broke. And they're downsizing. And they're going to have to do this and they're going to have to do that. Didn't even watch it. Then Adam's right-hand man, his muscle, bet you guys don't know who his real muscle is over there. You guys going to say 4 extra. Most of you will probably say whack 100. Nah. That's the thing with Adam. Adam tries to fool you. His real muscle is Poetic Flaco. I don't mean street muscle. Adam's not a street dude. Poetic Flaco is his greatest weapon, his most successful offspring, and very clear in the fact that he wants to lock up gang members and he will snitch on every and anybody possible to do it. That's Adam's real muscle. So Poetic Flaco put out a video and I watched it, some of it. And he found himself trying to break down what's going on with No Jumper. So that the majority of my life, I was a criminal. I was a crook. For a huge chunk of my life, I was in jail. Majority of my life, right? And in jail, you have to be very aware of your circumstances, your situations, who's around you. Pay attention to the conversations that you're involved in. I say all the time, there's no such thing as a frivolous conversation in there. I don't give a fuck what it is. Because the person talking to you may confide in, and then he becomes your rival within your same faction. Or the person you're speaking with, he may not have ill intent, but the homie right there, a few feet away, is paying attention to every word. Because he's looking to build a case on you within the organization, faction, whatever you want to call it. So you're always mindful of what the conversations are, who you're having the conversations with, who's around you. You're always trying to figure out what's the angle. What's the damn angle? So I feel that I figured out Adam and No Jumper a while back. When I first saw that platform, I didn't get it. I honestly didn't get it. I was like, okay, the name No Jumper, I guess it's a joke because it's a white dude and white boys have no jumper. White man can't jump, whatever that old thing is, right? So he was playing on that because he was involved in the black culture and he was a white man who couldn't jump. I guess that's what the joke was. I don't know, right? And I would always hear him say the coolest podcast in the world, right? And I remember the fake skit clout chasing move where the guy pulled a gun out on him. And it wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't, I was like, what is this? Right? I didn't get it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I just kept it pushing. And then No Jumper became about gangs. For some reason, that platform became about gangs. Specifically, Chicago and LA. The two biggest gang environments, gang cities for LA. That's the whole county. Why the focus? So then it got my attention. And I watched from afar. I noticed people getting busted after doing interviews on No Jumper. I noticed the type of questions. Look at the X4 interview. I tip my hat to that youngster. He just stared in his face when he asked him questions. Crime-solving questions. I watched this. Crip Mac was made to be the face of the Crips by No Jumper. And then sent away on a Fed case where he should have just got a county lid. I saw the backstabbing of AD and T-Rail and all them. I see what he's doing with 4 Extra. 4 Extra just got out. He's back. I may do a video on that. How unbearable it was to watch. But I want to get to what I think the angle is again. So when I watched the Flaco thing, Flaco was breaking it down and supposedly Adam thought that because of the numbers that they were doing, follow this, trip out on this. Because of the numbers that they were doing during COVID, that everything that we're doing was a winner. They couldn't lose, they couldn't miss. And he just thought that trajectory was going to keep going. And so he bought a new building and he expanded the company. For reals? Really, Adam? Really, Flaco? That's the angle? I seem to feel differently. See, Adam's been doing this for a long time. Adam supposedly is a businessman with a businessman's mind. You knew COVID was a bubble. Everybody was trapped inside. Just like we all know as content creators, during the winter months, the views are going to be better because people are inside. During the summer months, the views are probably going to go down a little bit because everybody's outside enjoying life. I'll be damned if I'm going to agree. If I'm going to suck up that what was happening during COVID, you really thought that was the trajectory, that you were going to just keep climbing to the top, Adam. That No Jumper was just that good. How? You went away from your base, being a hip hop platform, to allegedly, apparently, trying to solve crimes, trying to infiltrate Chicago and LA gang cultures, trying to figure out who the leaders were, what crimes they were involved in, what kind of work they put in, when did they start getting involved in certain things. Some of us were paying attention. I remember somebody whispering in my ear, I wonder if Adam maybe got caught up on some tax stuff. And that's how they originally approached him. I don't know. I don't even know what that person's talking about. But I did see the shift. I did see that. A few of us did, and we discussed it. And I talked about, don't be surprised if some indictments come down. You guys can go back and look at my videos. And some indictments have come down. So let's get back to this angle, this play that because the COVID bubble bursted, that now No Jumper has to downsize and this and that. Listen, Adam, you weren't looking to move your building at all until American Cholo pulled up on your building with some friends. And you were reminded, in that incident, you were reminded that you're just a guest in LA. And it spooked you. And that's why you moved. You moved to a different place. I'm sure you have better security, a lot more cameras. And you thought that was going to help you. You're still in LA. You're still there. But that's the real reason why you moved. Let's not play this whole, oh, business was booming, so we could afford. No, you did an interview and said that you were making $3 million a month. You could have afforded to make that move anytime you wanted. But there was a propellant placed on that ass. And so you propelled your ass right out of that area to a new area. Now we have an indictment. We have a federal indictment. We've got Big U in custody, huh? Brick Baby, one of your employees in custody. Loose Cannon, somebody who's on your channel, on your platform, what, every month maybe? And if anyone takes this to trial, everything comes out. And maybe the whispers are true. And this video about No Jumper going broke, maybe there's something else to it that may be coming out in the indictment. I don't know. These are all allegations. This ain't even me. This is just people whispering in my ear. And as a content creator, I'm just talking about it. It seems very strange to me that No Jumper all of a sudden is going broke, has to downsize right after the indictment. Adam, are you thinking about leaving LA? Possibly? I don't know. I don't know what your plans are. But I know the damage that you've done. I don't understand. I've said this every time, basically, I've talked about the No Jumper platform. I've talked about the damage it has done to the Black community and how I don't understand how the Black community continues to support your platform when it is Black men who are being incarcerated and killed based off of interviews they've done on your platform. It's not just the interviews, don't get me wrong. It's their actions. But the fact that they air those actions out on your platform, the fact that they get behind those, or in front of those, they get in front of those cameras and those lights, they're at the same microphone as their favorite rapper, right? And so their guard gets lowered for some of them, and they answer your interrogations, they answer your questions. And then some of them pay a price. Most don't. But most of them aren't the target either. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking to talk. But we're all going to be watching, some of us from afar. I do know one thing before I go. Adam 22 had said, before all this stuff, he never punches down, that what does he look like? A platform so big and so powerful. What does he look like engaging with smaller channels? It does nothing for him. That he has to engage, if he's going to engage in a beef with a channel, it's going to be somebody on his level or above. But how many times has he shot at myself and Gunner? How many times has he mentioned our platforms? We're two of the platforms that have been talking about the funny stuff that's been going on over there. He didn't like it. He doesn't like it. But like I said, stay tuned. Hopefully, Big U goes to trial and beats every one of the cases. Hopefully. And hopefully, everything comes out in the wash, because it usually does, especially during a trial. That's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.